Thinking about moving out to the Niceville area and wondering if this is going to be the best neighborhood for you, your family, and the kiddos. Well, in this video, we're going to explore some key things that you may want to consider while trying to decide where you want to go, whether it's going to be in the Niceville, Destin area, or anywhere here on the Emerald Coast. So stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here in the beautiful Destin-Fort Walton Beach area. That means also Niceville. That's right. So if this is your first time to our channel, we do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about our area. Now, as a military veteran of 14 years and now a military spouse, I've moved so many places. Oh, God, so many places. And every time I move somewhere, there's always such a lack of information of where to move to and what to anticipate. That's why we created this channel for you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Now, honestly, we get tons of phone calls, emails, texts from people that are moving here, got some questions, need some help, and well, we love it. So if you are moving here, got some questions, need some help, give us a call, text, email, heck, shoot us that little paper. Whatever you need to do, we got your back when moving here to our area. All right, so let's get going. Let's talk about Niceville. A lot of times moving to this area, we have a lot of military people that come here. Like, where's the best place to go? Well, I know this really nice place. It's called Niceville. All right, puns aside, it is actually really, really nice place that you can move to. The area is located just north of Eglin Air Force Base. That's just north of Fort Walton Beach, in that area just next to the bay. That's why some of the areas will be called like Blue Water Bay, because it's kind of the blue water versus the emerald colored water. Anyway, I'll get into that. This area has probably got about 15,000-ish for the population. So we're wondering, is Niceville, Florida a good place to raise a family? And although us as real estate agents can't really tell you exactly that without violating a slew of different fair housing laws, we are going to give you the facts of which that we have found or have asked people that have moved to this area. And you can find this all online. A good place to find these different items, if you want to fact check me, is to go to Best Places. Niche.com is some of the best ones that you're going to find for schools around in the area. And if you want some more information on something specific, of course, at any time you can leave a comment here below, and I'll be happy to provide that information for you. So, is this going to be the best for you? So, number one is going to be safety. Crime and safety, if you do look in the Niceville area, is one of the lowest in our area. People love the police here. There's plenty of patrols that we've seen all the time. Matter of fact, there was one time I was going out and just putting like little directional signs to one of my open houses, and I had one of the police officers come by because I happened to put on the little four-way so I didn't get hit. He's like, "Oh, were you disabled? Anything wrong?" I'm like, "No, I'm just doing my real estate stuff." He didn't seem too happy about that, so now I don't leave those on. But anyway, very, very involved and really there to help. But safety is really good in these areas. Now, schools is one of the big things why different families with kids want to move to this specific area. Mainly because it's Niceville. Niceville is actually ranked in one of the top schools in all of Florida. It's probably the best ranked one in Northwest Florida. But they've got a great program for academics, especially for sports. Good luck, football, Friday nights. It almost feels like Texas. Almost, not quite as bad. But they've got a great school system here, which is what drives a lot of people to move to this area. Now, the cost of living isn't quite as bad as some of the surrounding areas. Now, cost of living, we have to equate a lot of different factors into this to include housing. But then we also have food, transportation, and everything else. If you equate those things together, it's actually 6% below the Florida average, which is great, right? So it is a little bit cheaper. Now, I will warn you that the housing is going to be up there, but that's pretty much up there anywhere that you're going to have properties that are going to be on the water, in this case in the bay. So know that when you do come here. Now, it is the beginning of 2023 as a recording of this video. What do single family homes median price look like? It's somewhere around $450,000. Now, you can always comment or call my team. I can give you accurate data for that, but just to give you an idea what that looks like. And no, that's not on the water. I wish it was. All right, yes. So housing, you're going to get a variety of different housing options, the majority of which that you're going to find in this area are going to be detached single-family homes. There are a lot of different established neighborhoods, which we'll go over some popular neighborhoods here in a little bit. But you're going to see some of these homes. We do have newer established communities, but most of which were built in the big boom in like the 70s and 80s. One of the things that you may want to look out to as a homeowner is make sure it doesn't have aluminum wiring, although a great conductor does not do good at outlets. When they jiggle around, it can cause sparks and the house goes on fire. So make sure you don't have aluminum wiring in your house. Make sure that your agent is getting inspections and things for you to be able to get that stuff done if you are purchasing a home, okay? There are some townhomes in here, or attached units as we call it here in the industry. There's not that many. And then when we look at condos, there's not a whole ton of them. We see more of the condos in the Fort Walton Beach, Destin, Miramar, those areas that are close to the water and want all those different amenities. Speaking of, let's talk about amenities in the Niceville area. It's going to depend on what you're looking for. Yes, there are plenty of parks. If you want a place that has a community pool, there are different neighborhoods that offer community pools. Of course, you have golf courses all throughout Florida. But there are great golf courses there in the area. If you want to be close to a marina so you can get your boat in and out. And there is a state park there too for the hiking and picnics and all sorts of different things that you may want to do in the Niceville area. So one of the things too that people had talked about is like, well, according to the map, like the proximity to everything is actually pretty good. As long as you're willing to travel 20 to 30 minutes to just about everything, then yeah, it's right in the middle of everything. What it is if you are a contractor for the military base at Eglin or the surrounding areas, it's actually very quick over to that area to shoot right down Highway 20 and get right to the, we'll call it the north gate of Eglin. Now, if you're trying to get to Fort Walton Beach or in Destin or up to Crestview, it's going to be 20 to 30 minutes no matter where you go. Even if you're out in Blue Water Bay, you have the toll bridge, which is going to cost you $4 each way. Now, there are some breaks, tax breaks you can get for that, but I'm not going to get into it here in this video. But you are pretty close to everything. The nice thing about this, about Niceville is that the community through Highway 20 typically is just local traffic. There's really not a people just transitioning through that area or transiting through that area unless they have business within that. Why? Because there is another highway that kind of cuts all that other traffic coming down from Crestview, from I-10, all the holiday traffic and things of that nature. So it actually is pretty nice. It's not as crowded as you might think, given all the other things that are in there. Now, there are good restaurants. One of my favorite areas in the area is the brewery that they have out there. It actually continues to grow every time that I'm out there. It's called Third Planet. So they've got live bands, they've got extra picnic. It's most outdoors. It's quite the place to go check it out. And if you like to enjoy some delicious libations, yeah, it's a great place to go to. But there are a lot of different places. It is a very family-friendly community throughout there from the people that we've helped move to this specific area. And you'll have a lot of different places with cul-de-sacs and see kids out playing and things of that nature. Now, you do have a lot of outdoor activities. This entire area for the Emerald Coast is known for its outdoor activities. Also to include boating, hiking, kayaking, paddleboarding. There's a lot of water activities, right? There's a ton of outdoor activities that you want to do. Pickleball is really starting to pick up around this area if you're into that. Now, there is a quick access to the beach and to different amenities. Now, if you are boating, it's very, very quick to get to Destin. Depending on the speed of your boat, it could take you less than 20 minutes. to go direct as a crow flies into the destined area on your boat. But you can get access to different beaches, especially if you're heading down to Fort Walton side or down through the Destin side. You'll be able to access those beautiful beaches and have public access to those typically within about, again, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on holiday traffic. All right, so as promised, I told you we'd talk about popular neighborhoods in the area. Okay, so here's where most people want to move. When they get to the area, they typically want to go to Blue Water Bay. Why? It's one of the most established communities. There's actually little communities within this community as well. There's townhomes, so attached units throughout this area. There are walking trails. There's a golf course in there. There's there's a couple of different restaurants and businesses. It's kind of its own self-contained community, and most of those people really like going there. Now, a newer one that has come up is Swift Creek. It's on the north end of Niceville. It's a lot of newer homes, newer established communities. So if that's kind of the feeling that you're looking for, you can head to that way. Now, Rocky Bayou is number 3 on the list. It's pretty popular. There's a school that's out there. You also have another golf course. I believe that there's a small landing strip out there for single engine prop planes. There's all sorts of stuff. Again, it's a really established community in the Rocky Bayou area. It's kind of hilly in that area, but tons and lots of nature, lots of trees throughout Rocky Bayou. Now, if you want to go, you can go to Twin Oaks, which is another southern-based community. It's another established community back in the same time I was talking about housing. A lot of those ones that are going to be in there are going to be those properties that were built in the 70s and 80s. And there was another big push in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s as well. And now Seminole, if you're looking at this, and again, you went to best places. This is how I'm categorizing these neighborhoods. This is the heart of Niceville. Now, it's an established neighborhood, and that in realtor speak means that you're going to have nice houses, and you're going to have really old houses and nice houses, and not a whole lot of this is governed by an HOA. And you might drive down the road a little bit and then say, boom, a brand new community of about 20 homes. We see that throughout this area, but that's the whole part when you look at Niceville. In this entire Emerald Coast, it's very eclectic. You know, you could have a $1.3 million home sitting on the water across the street from a $400,000 home, which is several blocks from a trailer park. Now, there are still some trailers in Niceville in this area that I'm mentioning before, but most of these are being bought up. Even the older homes are being bought up, and newer homes are in there. So again, it's going to be kind of eclectic when you move into this area. But that's all that I do have for you for Niceville and the best neighborhoods for families and with the kiddos. Again, this is going to be based off of what's going to be best for you. Hopefully this information has made that abundantly clear. If it has not and you want some more info, reach out to myself and my team here. I'd be happy to help you out. You can leave a comment here below or give us a call, text, email, find us on social media, whatever you got to do. We'd be happy to help you out in your next stage of moving here to the Emerald Coast. But again, my name is Tim Whittemore. I am with the Whittemore Group here with LPT Realty. We'll see you in our next video. Take care.